Hello everyone, welcome to Capital Markets Series Introduction to Investment Banking. Let's look at the learning objectives. At the end of this module, you should be able to define investment banking, list out the services offered by investment banker, list out the largest investment bankers in the world, differentiate between commercial and investment banking. Setting background. Investment banking has a history of more than 200 years. It emerged in America in the 19th century, when the American economy was growing so fast that commercial banks could not serve the expansion of railroads, mining companies, and heavy industry. The main activity of investment banks is security underwriting. They would buy financial instruments, like bonds, and stocks from an issuer, and sell to a group of investors. It acted as a bridge between people who had capital and people who needed capital to finance their projects. The main clients of investment banks were government entities. They wanted to issue bonds to investors to raise funds. However, government did not know how to price and sell the bonds. Moreover, investors were not ready to invest in bond, since it had a problem of default. In 1842, 8 American states defaulted because their economies relied heavily on the production of cotton, and their price was too low. The middleman, who arranged sale of bond, reacted decisively and warned government that they cannot borrow a single dollar next time. Due to which, these states were unsuccessful in raising new capital. The result of this action made defaulted states to agree to a debt restructuring plan, which satisfied the investors and repaid their debt. This proves how important the role of investment bankers. Let's look at what is investment banking. Investment banking is a business of raising capital on behalf of governments and companies and offers advisory services. It offers the following services: underwriting debts and equity, that is helping companies with IPO and FPO process. Advisory services, that is helping companies and governments to restructure debt and advise on merger and acquisition. Trading and brokerage, that is helping clients to trade securities on recognized stock exchanges and its own trading platform. Asset management, that is helping mutual funds, insurance, pension fund to manage its investments. Let's look at what is underwriting. Underwriting is a process of determining the risk and price of a security and subsequently buying them from company and selling to public in IPO and FPO process. If all shares are not sold, remaining shares will be bought by underwriter himself. Let's say there is a software company which wants to raise $10 million from public by issuing securities. It strikes a deal with an investment banker called Goldman Sachs, wherein Goldman Sachs agrees to buy 100,000 shares at $100 each from software company after careful analysis. It pays $10 million for the same. Later, Goldman Sachs sells 100,000 shares to public at $102 each, thereby collecting $10.2 million. Here, $2 is profit for Goldman Sachs. If Goldman Sachs were not able to sell the shares, it would buy the remaining shares. Know the score. IPO is initial public offering, where private company raises capital from public for the first time. FPO is follow-on public offering, where already listed company raises capital from public for the second time. Let's look at what is advisory services. Advisory services are services provided in line with merger and acquisition and debt restructuring. Let's say the software company wants to expand its business and hence wants to acquire another company. Here, software company is known as acquirer and the company which is being acquired is known as target company. Here, investment banker offers buy-side service to acquirer, that is identifying target company, by ensuring that the target company is having operational synergy, conducting financial and operational due diligence, to ensure that target company has no operational or finance-related issues, drafting agreement, and suggesting financing option, like equity or debt. It also offers sell-side service to target company, by ensuring the valuation methods are carried out as per international standards, drafting all crucial documents, identifying potential buyers, by carrying out research, marketing target company to potential buyers, selecting highest bidders out of multiple buyers. It offers service on debt restructuring, by getting lenders to agree to reduce the interest on loans, extend the due dates, and maturity period. Let's look at the largest investment bankers in the world. Barclays Capital started in 1690. J.P. Morgan started in 1799. Citigroup started in 1812. Credit Suisse started in 1856. Goldman Sachs started in 1869. Deutsche Bank started in 1870. Merrill Lynch started in 1914, and Morgan Stanley started in 1935. The oldest investment banker is Barclays Capital, started in 1690, and the youngest investment banker is Morgan Stanley, started in 1935. Let's look at the difference between commercial bank and investment bank. Though commercial and investment banks are critical financial institutions, they perform very different functions and require different sets of skills. Commercial banks accept deposits and lend loans, whereas investment banks act as a bridge between lender and borrower by facilitating capital arrangement. While commercial banks sell current account, savings account, credit card, demat account, etc. Investment banker offer advisory services on merger and acquisition, investments, and sells investment products like shares, bonds, and securitized products. While commercial banks earn net interest income, that is, difference between interest income and interest expenses. Investment banker charges fees and commission for providing advisory services. There are companies which provide pure investment banking services, like Goldman Sachs and Morgan Stanley, and there are companies which offer both commercial and investment banking services, like HSBC, JP Morgan Chase, Bank of America, and Deutsche Bank, which is called as Universal Bank. Debrief. Now you should be able to define investment banking. List out the services offered by investment banker. List out the largest investment bankers in the world. Differentiate between commercial and investment banking. Thank you.